Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Cross. We got a bunch of people in here today. What is going on, everybody? Mrs. Line Crosser just reminded me, I do want to let everyone here know, before I get into the whole positivity thing and why we're doing the positivity thing, I also want to let everyone know, and somebody already mentioned it in chat. Come here, bud. Tomorrow, Knox turns 10. You're going to stop licking the air. You don't have to lick everything. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize the music was still going. Little broke this week. Devin, do not worry about a thing. So not many chats come to this. I want to say love everyone in the chat. HLC, best way to kick off the weekend. Thank you so much, Devin. Thank you for being here. Good to see you again, my dude. But yeah, Knox will be 10. So what are you going to do for your birthday? You going to lick your butt? Yeah? You want to speak for everyone? Okay. All right. Here, I'll give you... We'll start off with Protocol 4. There we go. Gotta give... Oh, rain, I dropped that one, sorry. And then here for the rain again. So, can I mention you, Dylan? I will try to mention everybody. I will tell you guys that I try and read as much of the chat as I possibly can. It's kind of daunting. I am doing something on the other screen right now, so I will let you guys know. So a couple of things. There's some big news with me. Some good news, some bad news. Bro, what's your intro music? Also, did you come up with a decision regarding the news about the C-130? I don't know exactly, so I do the AC-130, and I do it as, like Clint Eastwood, do you feel lucky, punk? Like, that's kind of what I went with. I don't know if I want to introduce the C-130 as a different character, because I just found out recently, I didn't even know it existed. Did you know there's an electronic version, like, electronic warfare version of the C-130? Why do we have that? I didn't even know that was a thing. You are my favorite source of world news. Full Throttle Racing, thank you so much for being here. You're the best, Surface Claw. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for being here. So, when it comes to the news, the big news that's going on. So, number one, my next USA versus the World drops tomorrow. Tomorrow is my next USA versus the World. I'm very, very excited about it. I put a ton of work into this one, and I will admit that this one is closer to hits closer to home than I care to. Well, I admit it in the video, and I just recorded my one after this one, so I'll be editing most of the weekend to try and get that out. Maybe by next weekend. Don't quote me on that. So that's I love you too, Eric. Also, C-130 is Mr. Rogers. That's the reason I brought out the pen. I read that as I was talking, and I was like, I actually really fucking love that. I really, or like Ned Flanders or something. You've been on an EC-130J. I'm curious of like capability, because like I mean I'm a radar guy, but I didn't even know like what it can do. So there's that. That's the big news. Well, that's one of the pieces of big news. Big news number 2, and that's the reason Mrs. Linecrosser actually suggested to me that we do this positivity stream. This isn't really for me, guys. I don't want to make this about me. I want to make this as much as I can about you. I want us to, like, if you had big news in your life, tell me about it. If you are excited about something, others should be excited about it, because the world, we have a real bad habit, especially men, beating each other down as much as we possibly can. And I have an incredibly good support structure, and I want you all to feel like you have that same support structure in me. I may not be there, all the time. I can't read every last little thing, but I want you to know, like, if I see it, I'm going to let you know, man, fucking good shit. You're doing great things, and I really hope the best for you. Knox is 2 weeks older than my dog. Now, raise a toast for Knox. Red wine is in my hand. I have rum and coke right here, and that's part of the reason I'm drinking this is again, I don't want to make this about me. I had a very close friend of mine. We were close for many years. We deployed together. He passed away earlier this week. I don't know if he was one of the 22 a day. I don't know. He was young enough that it shouldn't have happened, and it's very surprising that it did happen. And now's not the time to ask his mother exactly what happened. So, I'm raising a glass to Justin Harris. And I really, I'm getting tired of losing people. And that's, again, not trying to make this about me. I want to make this about you guys. I want you to be happy. And I the thing that bothers me most about it is that somebody I cared about and somebody that was close to me, if they did choose to take their own life, that he didn't feel like anyone cared enough about him, and that he felt that low. And that's the part that bothers me. It's not that he's gone, people come and go, but it's that if that's, again, I don't know exactly what happened, that if that did happen, that he felt that low. And so Mrs. Linecrosser earlier suggested, she's like, hey, how about you do a positivity stream where everyone just kind of builds each other up, the same way we do in my Discord and everything like that. And it's like, that's absolutely a wonderful idea. And I think that's a good way to commemorate his memory. And, he'll be missed. He's a good kid. My favorite plane is the Combat Crop Duster. You're talking about the Warden, the Sky Warden. I'm so sorry for your loss, Justin's above us. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. It did, Wolfram, thank God. Hold on. Heck yes, congratulations. Oh, Mrs. Linecrosser's in here too. She's helping me out with this. Nice. TikTok. An encampment group that you were stationed, or I was ST, I believe, stationed, had to do 22 of every exercise for the 22 veterans day that take their own lives. That's good stuff, man. Hold on. There we go. I scrolled down again. I hate when it does that. I'm sorry for your loss. Just sad, sending prayers to him and his
Would
family.
you intercept me?
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I'd intercept me.
Again,
sorry for your loss.
I want you guys to post your absolute wins. That vlog he did in Florida, you're a good camera. She's amazing as a camera woman. She is wonderful. If you guys haven't seen the vlog I did in Florida, that was, granted, it didn't do like really well because it's very different. It's a stark contrast from most of the content I make, but I realized that I'm taking these trips, I'm telling you guys what I'm doing, but I have an opportunity to bring you along. So fuck it, let's bring you along, and I'm going to show you what we do. I hope you guys enjoy that. That was kind of another Mrs. Linecrosser idea. She's like, why don't we vlog this whole thing? And I was like, I've never really vlogged before. So bear with me. It's still a learning experience, but it was a really cool experience. To Justin Harris, may you rest peacefully. I'll drink to that. Went to an anime dressed as Jack Cooper. Fucking jealous, by the way. Had a great time. Happy birthday, Knox. I'm surprised no one has pitched the idea of putting Patriot on an AC-130. So they did, kind of. Once upon a time, they tried to fire Patriot off of a ship, and it didn't work. So they kind of nixed it. But now they've successfully fired Patriot Pack 3, not MSE. Yeah, they are Pack 3 MSEs, and they're CRIs, cost reduction initiatives. Wither, I didn't even see that. How did I not hear that? Why am I not hearing things? I'm so sorry, Wither. I mean, I just got down to you. Let me read Mario's, and then I got yours. Did you know that here in Florida we have crocs and caiman, not just gators? Yes, I know the North American crocodile. It is very rare compared to the North American alligator. I think it's like 10 to 1, maybe more. But yeah, North American crocs are pretty rare compared to alligators. Very sorry for your loss. I can get a toast to Justin Harris. Thank you. I'll drink to that, Wither. Thank you so much, my dude. He's waves at Mrs. HLC. James. No, I'm just kidding. I don't worry about her. We need to see the kid meet the F4 Phantom and the F-15. I want to bring the F4 Phantom in. I just haven't had a reason to. Any good news episodes coming out soon? I do have... Where's my notes? I have my cell phone notes where I keep a lot of the information. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to go over, but let me see. That should be a good one. That's going to be a good one. I tell you right now, guys, I've been scouring the internet trying to confirm that the S500 was taken out, because I would love to use that. Like, I've kind of like made jokes about it, but I would love to use that. And I just haven't been able to confirm that information anywhere, aside from Ukrainian sources.
Would you intercept me?
Wither! Now I hear you.
I'd intercept me.
Sorry to get off topic, but War Thunder had another leak about the F-15.
I heard about that. I did hear about that. I just got texted a little while ago by, I don't know if you guys know Dr. Kozak. He's one of my mods in here. He's also one of my mods on my Discord. He's a good dude. Kozak has been here with me since like day one. When I was streaming on Twitch, I remember the first time I ever streamed before I wasn't anything to anybody, and I was like trying to stream, and I remember Scoob showed up. He's one of my mods on my Discord. He's also a mod in here. And then I think it was the next day when I tried to stream, Dr. Kozak showed up, and it was literally just us three hanging out. And then eventually Pale Grim showed up and a couple other guys, and they all ended up being my mods. They were like OGs from coming back when. But I've also met Dr. Kozak in person several times. I've never met Scoob in person, nor have I met Pale Grim. I really need to go see Scoob. Well, damn, it's hitting closer to home for me. End of this month marks the 1 year anniversary of me losing someone who's basically a big sister. Sorry to hear that, G. Smith. I really am. This whole month has been so much emotion. Oh, I know how it feels, man. I absolutely know how that feels. But keep your head up, G. Smith. I promise you, man. I would say it gets better, but it just kind of you come to terms with it eventually, I guess. Like it hits, and you're like, man, that sucks. But I do this for them. Like that's kind of the way that I look at things. Positive note, got coined by an 06. That's what I'm talking about, Steve-O. That's what I'm talking about. Good shit, my dude. Have I eaten gator yet? I have not. We got the P51. You guys did get the P51. It's weird. The F4 Phantom, every military base you go to that has a museum has an F4 Phantom. I don't know why. They're everywhere. I don't even know how many we made of them, but they are literally fucking everywhere. I finally just got down to Wither's post. Yes, I just heard about that from Dr. Kozak. You found a penny iron road? That's what I'm talking about. Good shit. You love my shorts, Caden? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Grinding War Thunder right now. It's always War Thunder. That's goddamn War Thunder, yeah. Positivity is key. Always keep checking with your buddies and enjoy their company. Continuing your work and bringing laughter is the best medicine. That's what I want to do. I don't want to get too far into the weeds of like why I started. I started a long time ago doing a whole bunch of different stuff, but now I look at. I do consider myself incredibly fortunate, and I think that also keeps me grounded. I love the content that I make. I love the community that we've built. I love you guys, I love hearing about your lives. Like, I love being a part of your life. I love the way someone's like face lights up when they're excited to meet me. Like, and it's such a, like, it's still a weird feeling to me, like, because I'm not really anybody. But it's a really cool feeling when someone is excited to meet me. But like, I love that so much. And if I can, I mean, honestly, there's people down in the dumps all the time, and I just want to try and build them up, man. Like, because that's if we're not building people up, also fucking with people, like, there's just sometimes you just need to screw with people. It's part of life, but like in a funny way. Where can you join the Discord? You just have to be over 18 and then go to habituallinecrosser.com or ask my mods in here and they'll drop it for you. I'm looking fantastic tonight. Aw, dirty fadangles? I don't know if that X is pronounced. I don't know. Phantom Rules. Oh, it does. My daddy's gonna show me what? I don't know what. I think it was a maintenance manual or something for the F-15. It wasn't secret per se, but it was unclass FOUO, which is it's unclassified. It's not a classified document, but it's for official use only. That's what FOUO means. My mom is fighting cancer right now. Been a rough few months. Jeremy, hey, good luck and Godspeed to your mom, man. Never give up that fight. Never fucking quit, no matter what, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how hard it gets. Tell her to keep her head up, man, and you know, good luck and Godspeed to you and your family, my dude. Lost my best friend about 5 years ago in a car accident, an extremely dark curve at night. You know, it's so not to get into a dark spot here for people, right? Not to like make things no. But one thing, if you're young in here, and young is kind of an arbitrary term, right? I'm only 34 years old, so there's some people in here who are much older than me, but that's okay. And I'm sure the older people generation will attest to this, is the longer you live, the more people and things you care about are going to disappear. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's really weird. I used to look at, like, oh, that nice old person. When you see that person is like 90, 100 years old, their parents are gone. Their aunts and uncles are gone. Their siblings are most likely gone. Like, their friends, people they went to school with, people they worked with are most likely gone. And it's like, they can maintain such a positive outlook, and almost everybody they love is no longer there. So, like, I think that's one thing we can really learn from an older generation, is that the longer you live, the more pain you're going to have to endure, but do it gracefully. And you can do this shit, man. Hello, sorry I'm late. Can we restart? Stuart, we're spreading positivity around here, man. That's what we're doing. We're just talking, building people up. Up. Words are hard. Knox is spilling out of his bed over there. It's okay. He just opened his eyes. He's like, you talking about me? Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Your shorts are hilarious, and I love your shit, man. Thank you so much, my dude. We had over 5,000 F4s. That makes sense. That makes absolute fucking sense. Is that... I don't discriminate. I like all kinds of food. That's the best joke I can come up with off the top of my head, man. Leave me alone. F6F was a different kind of animal compared to the P51. I think they both had their kind of heyday. I love the I think a P51 is probably one of the sexier prop aircraft. It's sleek, it's powerful, like it's an iconic piece of equipment. But like, I guess F6F would probably F4U Corsair, P51, F6F. That's kind of where I'm at right there. What are human beings' favorite bees? I don't know.
Would you intercept me?
You're definitely somebody. I'm trying, man.
Out of all the languages you could have spoken, you spoke facts.
Thank you so much, Wither, man. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you so much. You guys have no idea. Story Concepts asked, where is AIT for ADA? Right here in not beautiful, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It is the birthplace of several venereal diseases, probably. I have no idea. If you want to, in your spare time, you can go to Scooters, which is not a building or a club. It's actually just coralized venereal disease. You can go there and just find what the latest trailer park blew into town. You can also try out their various restaurants, only 3 of which will not make you vomit. But on the plus side, the fishing's pretty good. So, yeah. To be fair, I'd be more excited to meet Buff. Oh, everybody wants to meet the buff. So I started I talked about it last week. I did start a cameo. I haven't like put anything into it. I haven't really done anything with it, but I did start a cameo. I know we talked about it, so I did. What are the advantages and disadvantages of kinetic versus explosive warhead and air defense and any other warhead types? That's actually a wonderful question. Kinetic, I guess advantage. This is kind of hard to break down. Kinetic is better at puncturing certain types. How do I word this? At least with Patriot, kinetic is better at puncturing chemical payloads because they usually come in like capsule form. So they're usually better at dispersing those before they're able to deliver that payload. However, proximity or explosive, as you called it, those are usually better at taking down aircraft. And that's because the aircraft is, yes, you have to hit the aircraft, but an aircraft maneuvers more. So they're able to dodge a kinetic warhead slightly easier than they are to dodge a shotgun shell that is blasted up in the air. There are several other disadvantages and advantages, but yeah, Knox licked the top of my head. He has the fat. It's a medical condition. Can I do a 21? What do you mean, like the B-21, the new one we got? I've messed with it once, but. What chat are you reading? I have like you guys see the one on the screen, but I have my own chat that I scroll through and try and keep up with. Hold on. I'm way behind. Sorry. Idea for the F4 Phantom P-51 and F-22. Robert Olds when the Phantom disguised themselves as Thunder Chiefs. I remember that. That is Operation. Fuck. I talked to the fat electrician about it, but yeah. Make air races and Phantoms. The Phantom, she's a sexy girl. She's powerful, but she's a big girl, like body wise. I think they could have made her a little bit better looking. On today's current topic, Bar None is a great motivational channel for me. I know of Bar None. We've never crossed paths. We've never talked to each other. I do believe he follows me. I do follow him. So yeah, Bar None's good people. One of the biggest messages, you're not allowed to quit. Yep, I do like Bar None. Good dude. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Brick. I appreciate you being here. I got to try and catch up. He's speaking facts. Yep. HLC, what shows you watch and what do you recommend? Right now, I watch a lot of like reality TV, but not like, Survivor and shit. Like I watch like Night Watch, like crime shows. Like there's one, I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's like it's like the world's most dangerous criminals, and like it goes over their whole backstory and shit. Like I like shit like that. What are your thoughts on someone wanting to enlist in 30 to 32? Do it. Do it, period, point blank. Got a buddy who regrets never serving. I want to get some motivation for him. Absolutely fucking do it. I would say you're never too old, but a lot of it is based off of what your body can handle. And just don't quit. Honestly, the military is really easy as long as you don't quit. Like, that's it. I was talking about it this morning. I have never quit on like a run. I wish I had a heart attack. I've never quit on a ruck march. I have wished my knee blew out. Like, that's a very military-only thing. Like, people who run marathons for a living, they're like, I'm so motivated the whole time. And people who run in the army are like, I hope I have a heart attack. I don't want to live through the rest of this. Like, it's a very weird thing that people in the military do. Here's some positivity. The week marks 1 year as a mod. That's what I'm talking about, Wolfram. My little Canuck up north. Howdy, HLC. Love the channel. Thank you. I work at a defense contractor and just got a promotion and a pay bump. Hell yeah, Josh Glover. Congrats, my dude. Congrats. Where's my horn button? I gotta hit the... There we go. You get that. P-61 Black Widow, the first U.S. night fighter. I think I looked up that one before. Don't touch the boats. Pork chops or steak? Steak all day. Don't get me wrong. I love a good pork chop, but I'm a steak guy. HLC, thank you for your awareness. For the awareness shirt. Got one a few weeks ago. I get tons of compliments. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Cassidy. I think I said that right. Hey, I'm glad, number one, you could get the shirt you wanted. Number two, you supported the channel through your purchase of merchandise. I really do appreciate that. Like, wholeheartedly. Absolutely, guys. The mosquito was cool. Hold on. My brain trying to figure out what a mosquito is. Because, like, my brain immediately went, oh, he means a drone. By the way, mosquitoes brevity for drone. I got it. Boobies. Sorry for the terrible joke. No, it's okay. Hey, I appreciate it, Casey. I'm trying to keep up. Moto was told years ago, a real man builds others up. Absolutely. And I will also tell you, at least in my experience, that a real leader recognizes talent in others. So I've led people that lead better than me. And I think that that's a tell of a decent leader, is that you can recognize talent in your ranks. Sorry, it's my little NCOPD while we're here. Tell that 22 to stop asking me for money or raccoons.
Listen, I was picked over you. Yeah, some people said you were better. And then Japan decided they were going to try and build you, and they nixed that program in 2016. So how about you hang out in the closet with the rest of the I was almost an aircraft?
I'm sorry. There you go. What's the worst story you have about bad intel? Great question. 2010 in August, Operation Southern Comfort. That's where I lost my buddy Mark and Casey. And Intel told us that the town of Spinkalache, which was our first objective, it was Spinkalache, Gari, and then Bazarche. Spinkalache, which by the way, I later learned literally just means town in Pashto. So I don't think it's called Spinkalache, but whatever. Or Kalache just means town. I don't know what spin means. So anyways, and they told us it was a thriving village with over 200 residents being harassed by a 15-man Taliban insurgency. We showed up. It was ruins. No one had lived there since the Russians had bombed it to glass in the 70s. There you go. Or 80s. He did open his eyes when I called him fat. Look at it. Look at that snoot on the floor. I love that. I just want to squish it. I'll squish it later. What happened if the kid meet the other F-22s here in Florida?
Well, obviously, we're going to help each other escape the hangar. And then... Scorched earth.
Sorry, I actually embodied the kid there for a second. That was 53, and yeah, you just start losing folks after a while. Yep. You smile from the memories. That's the best thing you can fucking do. It happens, just takes time. All the folks make us who we are. The loss sucks, but I wouldn't trade knowing them. Absolutely. And actually that's a great time to bring up a quote. It's one of my favorite quotes from General George Patton. It's we must not only mourn the men who died, but we must thank God that such men lived. It's one of my favorite. I'm tracking the F-16s are going to be in Ukraine soon. I don't know when soon is. I saw that Gun Fox though. I did see that. I think they said by the end of the summer. I read in one article, but I don't know how accurate that information is. They gave me a bunch of tests to run late, so I had to stay overtime. Come back here, you raccoon, and face me like a man. I love that. Are you still here? Come back here, you raccoon, and face me like a man. You know what? All right, guys, that's it. I'm working on it. I'm going to make a symbiotic t-shirt that encompasses all of my jokes that I've had about the F-22 and the raccoon. I'm going to make a shirt that has the F-22 and Franklin on it. That's gonna happen. Operation Fuck, I missed that one. I'm very expected to be missed. Sorry, my bad. Wanted to give good news. Retired E9 Marine. Thank you so much for what you've done. I genuinely appreciate it. Started training Bloodhound for tracking to donate to departments. I currently have 3 and I'm getting an award. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. I love hearing people succeed. I absolutely love that. But here's the other thing, guys. When you're talking about success, when you're trying to build others up, remember, not everyone's success is the same and you should never compare them, right? If somebody worked hard to get themselves off of drugs and they're starting a job and they're clean, that's an amazing accomplishment. If somebody is buying their first home, that's an amazing accomplishment. If somebody is, expecting their first child, that's an amazing, it's kind of easy to do. It's just 30 seconds of flopping. I'm just fucking around. No, it's an amazing accomplishment. But some would say, well, those aren't really comparable things. They shouldn't be. You shouldn't be comparing those things. You just build each other up. On Patrol Live, I do like On Patrol Live. My missus does not like On Patrol Live. Do I like the F-22 or the F-35 better? I like the F-35 in real life better, just because it is a supercomputer with wings, and I know what it's capable of. I like the F-22 character more. It's so much fun to be the kid. It really is. Future Canadian Armed Forces member here. Thank you so much for volunteering, my good sir. I wanted to say one sorry. He's trying to be genuine, and I made fun of his fucking accent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. 2, I just want an Abrams and F-35s in our military. I believe you guys have ordered some F-35s. I don't know. I've been doing some research lately, and we literally cannot build them fucking things fast enough. The amount of people who have bought F-35s is wild. There's like thousands of them that have been ordered. A bit late to the party, just now learning about the XB-70 Valkyrie. I've seen pictures of the Valkyrie. I've heard the Valkyrie fly. It's pretty fucking cool. Kind of sad that it never saw use. True. But it wouldn't have been funny to see it fly circles around a certain Soviet. Oh, the Tu-95 just flying around the fucking thing. Criminal Minds. Ooh, I used to love Criminal Minds, man. Honestly, want to pause your... I honestly want to pause your voice as the Russian. Why do you want to pause my voice as the Russian? You listen, America, you in the West out there, they're coming up with all sorts of dumb shit about me. And if you go on the Twitter, you will find several different non-Russian sponsored Twitter pages who will tell you that obviously the Russian equipment is better, and you see we've destroyed 700 Abrams tanks and 15 Patriot systems and all sorts of other things. There you go. Greetings. Oh, damn. It just... Borderlands movie coming out, 8-9 thoughts. I will get to that one in a second. I'll show you my thoughts. Hold on. All right, there we go. Bit late. Oh, yeah, no, we already went over that one. Sorry. Greetings from Florida. Well, howdy. Next time you come to Florida, come to East Coast and visit. I absolutely want to go to the Kennedy Space Center. Abso-fucking-lutely. I would love to do that. It's just a matter of when. Pale Grim needs mod access to... Does he? I gotta do that. I'm so sorry. Check my DMs. Mrs. Linecrosser just texted me. Oh, is Grim in here? Hold on, I gotta open it. I can't do it through OBS. I gotta actually open it. God bless America. How? Why are you not working? Why? Oh my God! All right, I can't. I'll get it. I'll get it soon. Your mind says you can do it, but your body goes no. 100% no. Snap. Army medic. Yeah, I feel bad for Army medics. Army medics have to do one thing that I could never do. Never in a million years. Triage. I can't play God based off of the materials that I have. Sorry, I couldn't do it. Emotionally, mentally, physically, never fucking do it. I love medics. I'll never be able to do that job. Just pop in quick, say hi, hope all is good, and HLC line, keep being awesome. Thank you so much, Brandon Garza. I appreciate you being here, man. Hope everything's going well in your life. Each and every time our NCOs get creative, you add more rules to the book. Can you let Canadian NCOs be creative in peace? I mean, we tried to, but every time we do, whoever's losing is like, hey, the snow Mexicans, they've come unhinged. Okay? I'm sorry. Somebody's gonna clip that. FYI, Borderlands movie. All right, here's what I feel about the Borderlands movie. There's my Krieg. Here's my Salvador. There's my Mose. There's my Vault symbol. There's my Claptrap. And I'm filling it all in with siren tattoos. So, I'm very excited. I actually go next week for to fill in my Mose. Did I see Funky Marco's super chat? Mrs. Linecrosser. I'm way behind. Can I please fix that? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So old habits die hard. Old habits die hard, Matt. In the Patriot system, your headset has one earphone. So if you're sitting on the left side in the TCA position, which I sat in for a long time, you're used to your right ear being open. And if you sit on the TCO side for long enough, you're used to your left ear being open. So that way we can scream at each other. So it's an old habit. I say sorry with a Canadian accent. Addiction is a motherfucker. Yeah, no, absolutely. They need support around to beat it. 100%. I'm related to people who have fought addiction. Some have lost, some have won. So I know addiction's a motherfucker. I'll never call it a disease, but it is absolutely a motherfucker. Feel bad for the kid because Florida's 22s are having a war game with each other and versus F-15, 16, 18, 35. No shit. I gotta look into that. That's actually really fucking cool. I am mentioned almost 9 months clean. Bro, absolutely. That is fucking congratulations. Like, that's a serious accomplishment, man. I'm not being a smartass. You're killing it. Stay off of that shit. I've known members of my family and people that I know have beaten, and some have not beaten addiction. So that's a hell of a fucking accomplishment, man. Like, dead serious. Phoenix, I'll get to it in a second. I'm gonna try and get caught up here. Just found out Lucky, the Strike Eagle, got air to air with a paveway. Yes, I heard. Wait. Yes. Wait. Was it 15? I thought it was an 18. Hold on. Brain. Yeah, no, I was tracking it was an F-18 Growler. With the anti-radiation missile, if I'm not mistaken. 15,000 flight hours. Hell yeah, dude. Challenge, make a successful communist country without failing. Yeah. No. You've been to St. Augustine? Nice. F-22 is just SpaceX rocket on meth. That's fair. That's that's totally Why every time I click on it is it not going where I need it to go? View on YouTube. There it is. Okay, gosh. And I'm looking at my own ads. Okay. Oh, I gotta remember how to do it. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Look, I'm not very computer literate. I know how to edit videos and make funny shit, but that's it. The Texas battleship was manned by Marines, the Water Grunts. That's fair. Still waiting on the Texas Flame. Thank you so much, Texas T. You have a fantastic day as well. I get scorned when I read everything all the way out loud, so I'm trying. Don't flash just like that.
Would you intercept
Wither
me?
again. What is up, my dude?
I'd intercept me.
We had a few F-18s fly over and made me think how effective would be flak against the modern jet.
Let me get to that in a second. I'll catch up. That's actually a wonderful question. Afternoon, HLC. Love the channel and everything you do. China claim they're part of the global south, but also be near our nation. Much love from the Navy. My sand sailors. Oh, wait, no, it's Marine Corps are the sand sailors. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support, and I hope you're having yourself a wonderful day. Classic Logic, awesome. Welcome home, Rights Crispy. When did I get home? Oh, yeah, from Tampa. Look, man, I've been up. I don't know if you guys know this. I was up putting together a PT test at 4:45 this morning, and right now, local, it's 7 at night. So I'm a little tired. Okay, better than the X-32 Beat Army. That's fair. That's fair. Being a medic has its days, and someone rolls up with a wife in a wheelbarrow saying, "Mr. Messer, she's about to pop." Yeah. Medics do be dealing with a lot of this shit. Why is the enemy complaining about Canadian creativity? They're busy losing. You should probably ask some other countries what a war prisoner is, because I know Canadians are like, we don't have the ability to take these. We're just gonna handle this. Been dealing with a really rough breakup, and your content has been one of the few things that's helped me get my mind out of a dark place. I am so glad to hear that, man. Like, dead serious. This past month, so thank you all you do. Also pronounce Gripin. I like saying it a wrong way because what? Mrs. Linecrosser. She is losing her damn mind. Oh, I missed this one. I remember seeing it, but I somehow got past it. Yes, Sarah Connor says, my NCO tells fake Afghanistan war stories. He's never saw combat, uses PTSD not to work, and be addicted to subordinates. So, ooh, that's a great question. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Fun fact: stolen valor is only a crime outside of the military if you get monetary gain from it. Stolen valor in the military is any claim or badge or anything you've never earned. So I'd call Inspector General, personally. That's what I would do. So thank you, Mrs. Linecrosser, for catching that. Can I please do the A10 exit? I gotta hear myself to do it. Sorry about the headphones.
I shoot explosive Red Bull cans at 75 rounds a second.
I gotta like vibrate my fucking body to make it work. Also, Parabellum, thank you so much. Grippin. The F in communism is for food. Bruh, Katie. Everyone's a bruh. I bruh my wife sometimes too. They're all gamers. I hate Auto Cucumber. The Real Rogue Spy. What is going on, my dude? Thank you so much for the donation. HLC, what do you think about the U.S. museum ship fleet? I think it has a real good opportunity in the future. Now, we are at Wither. Sorry, Wither, took me so long to get down here. I'm trying to catch up. We had a few F-18s fly over. How effective would flak be against a modern jet? That's a wonderful question. That is an absolutely phenomenal question. And here's why. So, around the time of the first jet aircraft, which was the Messerschmitt 262, it was a Messerschmitt. I don't know if it was the exact 262. But Americans realized that we are kind of struggling when it comes to lead slingers. Was flak effective? Yes, but especially when we got into supersonic aircraft. Think about it. It could be over you and drop its payload before you even heard it. So with the development of radars and radar technology, we realized that if you're shooting at a jet aircraft with a lead slinger, oftentimes as it's approaching you, you actually have to shoot behind yourself so that your rounds, because think about it, as it's flying over you, your rounds have to climb and be at that elevation for them to hit. So this is the hardest struggle in air defense. It's actually almost harder to hit a jet than it is a missile, because missiles come like right at you. You're co-located with the asset. So they're, okay, you just got to meet them where they're at. Jets fly over you, which is why the SR-71 was never shot down. It's not because, well, Mach 3, it can't be shot down, means Mach 10 can't be shot down. No, it's all about flight path. Mach 3 at 80,000 feet. Now my missile has to climb 80,000 feet and get up to you. So, anyways, long story short, when it come to the development of supersonic aircraft, we decided that missiles was the best play because flak, you have to get such an early warning to get those rounds up there that it's just easier to design a surface-to-air missile that can actually track the target and intercept it where it's going to be. If you can get it up there in time, oh yeah, it'd fucking tear apart a jet. But getting it up there in time is really, really difficult. Hope that answers your question. You got my missiletism going. Thank you for the content. Help me through a rough time. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you, man. I love hearing that from you guys, and it's not like it's stroking my ego or anything like that. I started this because I never wanted people to feel like I did in some of my worst situations. So it's so reassuring. It's such a wonderful feeling to hear that it's doing what I intended it to do. Like, honestly, don't get me wrong. YouTube, as long as you guys watch my videos, it's been pretty good for me, right? The advertising revenue I get from YouTube and your merchandise and all that stuff, like it treats me well. I live comfortably. But I tell you right now, if tomorrow they took away everything and I didn't make any more money, I'd still do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd have to make some life changes, but I'd still do it. Absolutely, I'd do it. I really enjoy doing this stuff with you guys. Where's Robin Hood? I don't know. You got to fix your operator's headspace and timing. No, we don't. Not anymore. It's just a click. I know. There's some old vets in here who are like, you don't have to headspace and time a 50 cal anymore. What the fuck is wrong? It's okay. I don't like it either. I think that manual function that you never do in a firefight really taught people more about their equipment. What time zone am I in? I am in Central. I'm in Oklahoma. A little tired is your biggest understatement of the week. I'm trying to keep going, guys. We're at 44 minutes. I gotta crank out 2 hours of this. I'm gonna get done and go downstairs and just see Mrs. Linecrosser. She can be like, "How was your stream?" And I'll be like, "I don't want to breathe right now. Like, breathing is exhausting." I'll be so fucking tired. Sam's not gonna get more.
Sam's not gonna get more kills than me. Sam's not gonna get more kills than me.
Suka 57 is not a bad plane. It's not. It's really not a bad plane. Honestly, it does have some benefits. I think the three-dimensional thrust vectoring is a little overplayed. I think the ability to do a Cobra maneuver is very overplayed. I think if they focus less on an ability to dogfight and more on an ability to be stealth and fire and get the first shot on your opponent, it would be a much more formidable threat. But right now, especially, I don't know. So if you guys are on my Twitter, you may have to scroll back. There's a guy. I think it's his picture is literally an F-35 with eyes and mouth, like my F-35. I can't. I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry. But he had a big long thread on the radar that the F-35 is getting as an upgrade, and he like tagged me. He's like, "Do you like, aircraft radars?" And I read through that shit, and I was like radar nerding out. Like, I don't fully understand how all of it works because I'm a why does that work or how does that work type person. If you tell me like, oh, it's the fitness gram pacer test or some crazy shit, I'll be like, cool. All that make it make sense to me. Like, that's the way I am. So he had a lot of information in there, and I can't fully make sense of it. One of the main takeaways that I had is that radar can be in active, not passive, literally active search, and detect enemy aircraft. And those enemy aircraft aren't going to know they're fucking detected. Do you know how scary that is? Because, like, a lot of aircraft in the sky right now are relying on that detection data from an enemy radar to know which direction the enemy is in. That is terrifying. Mrs. HLC, love seeing you in HLC in Florida. Y'all are a power couple we need. I hope so, man. That woman, she keeps me grounded. I honestly love to have to say my heart got broken on a school trip to Disney. Sorry to hear that. It's my first time too. But when I watch your videos, just forget everything that troubles me, and I can't help but laugh. Gamer Kitty, I'm sorry to hear that. Heartbreak is rough. Okay. Is Grim in chat so that I can make him a mod? Mrs. Linecrosser's like, you need to do that right now. I'm looking for Pale Grim. I think I do it this way. I got to remember how to do it when they're not in chat. There he is. I think this is how I do it. I can't remember. Nope, that's not how I do it. It's not /. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm fucking retarded. Oh, hang on. Grim, just drop a message real quick. I'm gonna watch real quick. Just drop a message in there. As soon as you drop a message, I will right-click on your name and make you a mod. Hold on. Oh, Mrs. Linecrosser. Yeah, I know he's Pale Grim 1. I'm sorry, guys. No, I know who Pale Grim is. I don't know why my chat stopped over here. I have to forget something to try and make this work. Hang on, Gamer Kitty. I'm gonna get back to you. I promise. I haven't forgotten you. Hang on, Weapons. I just unmodded you for a second. Phoenix, here. There. There's that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit retarded. I'm so sorry, guys. You're like, HLC, what the hell's going on? I know. I don't know. You hang around here enough, Billy, you can be one. I tried the / mod. It just wasn't. Maybe it's /. I'm retarded. No, Weapons. I've remodded you. You're now a managing moderator. Because I needed to give you and Phoenix that power. Okay. Mrs. Linecrosser says she'll let me know if he shows back up. Let me get caught up here. All right. So you had a heartbreak. I'm sorry to hear that. Breakups are awful. They are tough. But I'm really glad that my videos can do that, because that's kind of why I do them. There's Grim. Hold on. I just saw him pop up. There we go. Grim's a mod. There we go. I finally figured it out, guys. that's literally what I had in mind. Is I can't make everyone's pain go away forever, but what I can do is I can make you guys smile for a little while and make everything kind of fade away. So that is doing what I wanted it to do. Wither!
Did you intercept
Oh
me?
man, I'm gonna have to get it down.
I'd intercept me.
In your opinion, which would be harder for air defense? Intercepting from multiple directions or deciding which missile is more important in a crunch?
That's actually a wonderful question. I got you. Hold on. I will get down to it. 1903 cleaning rod bayonet was mounted on the original 1903. Also do some research into 30-03. Huh. Where's my pen? I'm going to look into 30-03. Because I heard of 30-06. I have one. I know the Canadian shirt is on your list, my dude. Ever heard of a game called Nuclear Option? Basically, flight sim with functional 5th and 6th gen aircraft. Also lets you drop tactical nukes. Yes, I think Phoenix got it for me. I haven't even played it. I'm so sorry. Miss HLC, are you in Discord? She is not. She is not in the Discord. She didn't use it, and one of my moderators banned her. These people aren't doing anything. Ban. And one of them was Mrs. Linecrosser, and she's like, that's fine. I find that hilarious. HLC would need an F-22 and Franklin shirt. It is literally the next one that is up here. Mrs. Linecrosser and I were talking about that like 10 minutes before I started streaming. Or at least a raccoon on his fuselage at F-22 dream where he can have Franklin fix Russia and China. Yes, I do. I absolutely want to do an F-22 and Franklin shirt. We were talking about it right like a few minutes before I started streaming. Will the Patriot take down a Su-57 before the F-22? I don't know. There's more systems going over there. So to me, if you have more systems, you're willing to be a little bit more ambitious with them. They've done a few SAM bushes, which is honestly, it's a technique we've theorized, but the juice has never been worth the squeeze for us. So the fact that they got away with it with that A50 is pretty impressive. Months, oh my, well now it's on my list. Oh man, Mrs. HLC is going to be like, you need to get some to Grim. I do need to get some to Grim. I'm sorry. There we go. I just caught up to where I modded Pale Grim. You might not know this, but all F-22 pilots are trained here in Florida. Really? I didn't know they trained all F-22 pilots in Florida. I honestly had no idea. I thought some of them were in Alaska. I know they have F-22s in Alaska. You identify as Pale Grim. Front and center. Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It did that thing again. I gotta make sure that I didn't miss anything from anybody. Okay, I did not. Now we're on Withers. Sorry, Wither. I had to get down to you. Alright, so. Neither. The way yeah, I think okay, so the way a lot of I'm gonna have to be kind of bland about some of this. The way that certain air defense systems work is they actually score threats, low, medium, or high threat, based off of its kinematic flight profiles and obeying an air corridor or something along those lines. But here's the thing, long before the operator even sees the track, certain systems and processes are going through a checklist that they have programmed into them of what might this be before the operator even sees it. It's called a pre-class. So what we saw May of last year when Patriot first got boots on the ground in Ukraine and Russia like hit it with everything they had, and you saw that one explosion in the distance. By the way, it was just a launcher. I think the picture finally out, and the launcher was functional. It still continued to function because it had battle short turned on, and then it eventually like ripped itself apart. It was just the engine, the generator, and they went down. They're like, "Oh, generator went down. Let me go check it." And there was like holes in the generator. They're like, "Oh shit, yeah, let's put a new generator on it." Anyways. So, that was Air Battle Management level 5, roughly. Patriot is designed to go up to 16. So that was a light snack for a Patriot system. When I tell you guys the system is good, I mean, like, it's really, really good. So, depending on the system, Patriot would struggle with the multiple directions because it is a directional sensor. Now, if they're all coming within the fan of its detection, not a problem. But coming like from around the sides where Patriot can't see, yeah, obviously you're going to have the leg up on the competition there. Aegis, on the other hand, that has the Spy 1, you're not sneaking up on that bitch. Not happening. Anywhere you come from, however many missiles you throw, the only way you're going to smoke it is if they run out of fucking missiles to shoot down. Like, that's the only way. I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Wanted to say that when I give my bloodhounds, I remind them I'll get real angry about the hounds I train. Angry female Marines are like hungry lionesses. That was awesome. I didn't know you're female. What's up, bro? Everyone's a bro. There's somebody in our Discord who is a female, and I think she changed her name to Bro because I called her Bro so many times. I told you that your headspace, bro. My headspace has been way off. Trust me, that smile you give us can be on different between sigh of relief and trigger pull. Honestly, Devin, like that damn, bro, like that hits pretty hard. I'm not trying to get emotional here, but like that's you know, y'all just stay positive, man. Like, if you need somebody, reach out. If you got good news, tell me. If you got bad news, tell me. Let's fucking talk about it, man. I can't be there for everything and all the time. I can't. And I hope you guys understand that there's realistic expectations out there. But if I am aware of something, like even if it's fleeting, like, hey, I got a new job, and I'm scrolling through my Discord one day and I see it, I'm gonna congratulate you right off the rip. Like, hey, I'm sober for 6 months. I'm gonna congratulate you right off the rip. Like, that's just the person that I am, because we all need to stand up for each other. So, yeah. Why doesn't artillery get any love? It's not dead, just towable. I did at one point in time bring out the 777. So,
would you intercept me?
Wither again, my dude.
I'd intercept me.
Thank you, HLC, for answering my questions. I'm off to work.
Wither, whatever you do for work, they take care of you, or you live very well within your means, man. So thank you so much. Like, dead serious. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you all so much. Be safe at work, man. Take care of yourself. All right. Artillery. I've done 777 before. I've never really done 119er, and you know what? I should probably introduce a paladin character. I think Ukraine has paladins. I could probably make that character, right? Because they have HIMARS. Boom. Mrs. Linecrosser wants me to remind everyone that chat and Discord can also build you up and things like that. My moderators watch Discord like a fucking hawk. I love those guys, man. I picked them. I handpicked all of them because I trust them. If you try and get excited about something and someone breaks you down, don't worry, they'll be on it. They'll be on it, and they will show up and build you up. They're amazing people, and so the chat here is all amazing people. They will build you up no matter what, and I think that is a really good thing. The 30-06 is the Spitzer version of the 30. Is it a 303 or a 30-03? Because my dad has an old 303 British, but I think you mean I have 30-03 written down. Hawkeye artillery systems down Ukraine. Oh yeah, I think it's Finnish. I don't know what it is. Florida manpower? Don't tell a kid that. I've had a submarine character before. I don't use them as often as this is the thing. So like when I do my jets, I feel like my aircraft are more memorable, and I don't want to add characters for the purpose of just adding characters. I want the characters to be memorable. So, forgive me. I am trying to come up with as many as I can, but I don't want to just add in a piece of equipment just for the purposes of adding it in. I want it to be relevant to that piece of equipment, and I want it to be a character that you guys actually enjoy. Like the way if I could create characters that were as memorable as the Kid and the Buff, and I could do that regularly, I'd be in fucking hog heaven. So would you guys. An 850 is almost equal to a B2, at least the numbers say. They're expensive. F-22 pilots being trained in Florida makes sense about the kid. Yeah. Tell us something cool. Okay. After intercepting a target, the Patriot system, as long as you have it turned on, has a process called VTWIS, volume track while search, or volume track while scan. It really depends on how you work it. This is why things like chaff and other things don't work against the Patriot system, because what VTWIS does is after you shoot something, it goes kablooey, right? And it creates this big debris field in the air that is slowly falling. When you have that turned on, Patriot creates kind of a box of that. And what it does is it blasts extra radiation in there. And what is it looking for? Additional warheads. Because you have an opportunity, if you blow something up and there's an additional warhead and it detects that additional warhead, to smoke that additional warhead before it hits the ground. The system is just that fucking good. Okay? Like, there you go. That's VTWIS. And I can say VTWIS because VTWIS is in the -10. That's almost verbatim what it fucking says. Uncle tested the first Dutch Patriot. He loves it. I'm telling you, the system, it's easy. If you can use a computer mouse, you can use a Patriot system. It's literally that fucking easy. Somebody said Tism. Wolfram telling me. So it can double tap a missile it's already intercepted. Yeah, it's literally that fucking good. I have a series idea for you. I love it. Technical historical breakdown of AA systems, both modern and historical. So I agree. I love that. I absolutely love that. Time is what I'm struggling with. What I really want to do is over here at the Fort Sill Training Support Facility, and I may do one to just test the waters and see how it works. They have a lot of old systems in there. And I would love to do like an in-depth breakdown standing in front of the system. And I love it. I love that idea. I've thought about that heavily. Once I get out, hell yeah. He hit the YouTube cap. He might have. I don't know what the YouTube cap is. I think it's like 500 or something. I know Daddy Rob has hit it before. You deleted Conflict of Nations because of the stress, you want to focus on your job. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Grim, why do I have like 9? Why are you spamming now, Grim? All right, hold on. Here we go. Nugget. We have nuggets now. Awesome chat here, rock on. That's what I'm talking about. We do have an awesome chat. How much of an impact will an F-16s be in the Russian Ukraine? I don't know. That's the thing. I've been trying to weigh, like, what is going to change with that. Hang on, I myself think I'll have an impact, but not as big as everyone thinks. They will do good, but man-pads can be nasty. You're absolutely correct. Okay, so I don't think the impact that the F-16s are going to have in Ukraine are going to be any greater than if Ukraine were to get regular Su-27s or 24s, whatever they currently have. They just don't have very many jets. So, like, in that capacity, having more combat aircraft is going to have an impact. But I don't, like, in the same way that, like, Patriot's not a wonder weapon. It has its faults. The Abrams are not wonder weapons. Bradleys are not wonder weapons. Leopards are not wonder weapons. HIMARS, none of them are invincible. So, but what I will say, at least in this aspect, is the creativity that has been shown by the Ukrainian military is quite impressive. So, I kind of wait with bated breath to see what they try with those new aircraft, if anything at all. I don't know. Holy hell, who's going to be the one to tell him no spam? Grab no spam. Hey, F-14's in here. M60A1 Rise. Hold on. You're talking about the M60 Patton, right? M60A1 Rise. Oh, it's a War Thunder thing. Huh. It's an M60 with Tusk? Well, not Tusk. ERA? Tusk is Tank Urban Survival Kit. That's an Abrams thing. ERA is part of Tusk. I don't know. I do need to bring back the Abrams. Chef States character? I don't know. Correction, the Hawkeye is an AM General System. I believe so, yes. Hold on. It can double tap. Yep, there we go. I don't think I'll go Navy, but if I eventually have the opportunity, Leprechaun Lock was asking if I'd go Navy if I thought it would satisfy my TISM and I could learn about Aegis. I don't think I would ever go Navy. I think my time in the military is coming to an end. It's a really weird feeling when you go into the doctor and tell them the truth for the first time in your military career, and all of a sudden your entire career is, the brakes are slammed and they're like, you need surgeries, plural. So I think I've just been, rode hard and put to bed wet. I don't know how much more I got left in me, but I would absolutely adore the opportunity while my clearance is still active to go on board an Aegis and learn from the radar guys and just learn about their system. And in turn, I would love to teach them Patriot. How much boom would you get with a thermobaric Minuteman ICBM? If I'm not mistaken, Minuteman is a 12 MERV? Hold on. Yeah, I want to say it's 12 because it's equal to the Trident 2. Trident 1 is an 8 MERV. Trident 2 is a 12 MERV, if I remember correctly. So you could... I think those are only like W66, like 20 kiloton, which is... it's a lot, but maybe 20 square miles completely no, 10 square miles maybe completely annihilated with that MERV, and then radiation damage out to 30 or 40 square miles, maybe. Too bad that $15 mouse. It does. No, so inside the Patriot system, sorry, we were talking about mouse. I just saw that. I love it. Inside the Patriot system, they have a Logitech computer mouse, which costs literally $7. But it doesn't have a USB plug-in that plugs into the back of the system. It's a proprietary plug-in from the company of Raytheon. You want to know how much that thing costs? And I'm not joking. Last I checked, it was $724 or $774. It was a 4 at the end. It was a 700 and a 4 at the end. I'm not joking. That's literally what it fucking costs. Got the 30.3 Wikipedia page link in your Discord, essentially 30.6 with a pointy nose. Huh. I will look into it. I'm just not going to pull it up right this second. I'm going to do my homework. But if it's a wiki page, yes, that's easy. I can pull that up. Nugget, decade, you're talking about nuggets again. Okay, there we go. All right, we do have to slow down. So they turned on slow mode. My mods are on that. Ukraine is finally getting their F-16s. I hear they want Apaches next. Now, Apaches, I don't think F-16s will be just a game-changing weapon. I do believe that they will get some benefit out of them. Sorry. Apaches, on the other hand, with the amount of Russian armor and equipment and vehicles that are coming across the border that cannot range what an Apache can range, that's a game changer. Like that, the amount of armor you can decimate with an Apache attack helicopter is, like, per helicopter, fully loaded, you're looking at 4 or more tanks and probably 8 to 10 more vehicles on top of that. Like light armored or non-armored vehicles from one Apache. Like that's a lot of equipment to lose. Like, don't get me wrong, to Russia they're not expensive. People are expensive, but not to Russia. Equipment is more expensive to them. So disabling as much equipment as you possibly can, and Apache would definitely tip the scales in funding wise anyways. There we go. It'd be cool if you and the Fat Electrician did history tours. I've spoken to him about that possibility in our future. I don't know when. Thank you so much for the content. It takes me away momentarily from my life of shit. Back to walking somewhat. Yeah, hey, that's what I'm talking about. You're back to walking? Hell yeah, Rich Rafferty. Thank you. First of all, thank you for your donation, but also thank you for fucking pushing. Keep going, man. You're doing good. You're doing fucking great. Happy Friday. Can't Sister Crosser help with that? Sure, she could talk to someone. Who? What? Nugget. To answer whoever's question about Ukraine getting newer, more advanced gear. They will run out of personnel to act in a reserve and rotation much too fast. Oh, you're talking about like Ukraine is, I mean, it's an uphill battle. My mom and my wife are texting right now, and I'm in the group chat for no reason. There's no reason for me to be in there. Mrs. Line Crosser, stop it. I know Ukraine is having trouble rotating people to the front. This will get you. I signed for a T-60A3. Oh. No shit. That's awesome. You signed for a T-60? I'm pretty fucking jealous of that, honestly. P.S. I'm a medically retired Marine working in the so-called swamp area. Yeah. Wish you the absolute best. I wish you the absolute best. You know, keep your waders on. It gets kind of thick out there. I don't want to get political, guys. I don't like politics in general. I find them dishonest and disingenuous. But we invented the interstate system, the internet, the microwave, the refrigerator, fucking automatic weapons. We're the first on the moon, first in flight. The only country who's ever used an atomic weapon in battle. Like, we are the power projection powerhouse of the world. And this is the best we can do for people running for president. Fuck, man, what happened? I'm sorry. Ugh. Knox is gonna get a birthday snack? Alright, I'll get him a birthday snack. I saw that. Alright. Politics suck, no other way around. Come on, Buffalo, up. Oh, you guys see my light behind me. Up. There you go, that's a good boy. Rain gets 2 of them now. You want to put your head in the bucket? You want to put your head in the bucket? You want to put your head in the bucket? He doesn't want to put his head in the bucket. He never puts his head in the bucket. Alright. HLC, been seeing all these YouTubes saying the Russian and Chinese economies are in dire straits. I don't want anyone to suffer, but if it brings down Putin and Xi Jinping's, then so be it. So this is the thing. When people like sanctions aren't doing anything, they're kind of a long game thing. There's a lot of companies that walked away, and then some companies are doing some backdoor deals to still get their stuff in there because all they care about is profit. I don't know what the solution is there, but love the ending to the latest video with Japan.
Everybody start paddling.
Yeah. The Logitech mouse doesn't sound too out of the ordinary. No, if you could figure out how to make those for the United States military and put that cable head that they have on there and sell them to the United States military for $400 a pop, you would get all of the contracts from the United States military. Because all of us, everything is lowest bidder. Lowest bidder. If we can get it from a third-party source and it works, we'll get it. Nugget, welcome back. Oh, Big Chin is a spammer. Whoa. Hold on. It did it again. I hate when it does that. After I name my cat Gertrude, she wants to eat my other cat. What should I do? Well, I would probably put said cat on a diet. And, yeah. Mrs. HLC said no. Chat wants Protocol 4. Yeah. Well, how are we there? They just got it. Sorry, I'm catching up. Are you going to create some ground element characters? I've done some in the past, but I haven't made them as memorable. I really need to do that. And I feel bad that I haven't. Because I'm a ground pounder. So, I'm kind of a sky shooter. Yeah. Hey, Ahab, watch History 101 and 102 with Mr. Wolf, the guy who played Arliss. Bad leadership is as American as apple pie. You know what I realized? You know, it is the thing. And I think Angry Cops brought this up, but it's the fucking truth. I love Rich, man. This is insight beyond his years. The Army has the Army, not, what is it called? It's like a series of things that we have to do: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Right? We should put an S on the end. That's what he said. For spite. And I think that, like, it doesn't really matter who's in Washington because our, like, military structure is built the way it is. We're just like, person up there, oh, we need to win. And, like, everybody in between knows what the fuck they're doing. And they're like, that's fine. We'll win. Whatever. I don't care. So we exist solely out of spite. Like, spite is where it's at. Do I like Shark Week? I love Shark Week. Your first live stream, Hunter? Welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up in chat. You're not going to vote? That's fair. That's the thing. When I was growing up, people like, you don't vote. And people have died. Yeah, a lot of them are my friends. It's my choice not to. Maybe when I die, I'll vote. Depends on who's, in office. I'm sorry. Bad joke. Raytheon would sue your ass if you put their special mouse plug on anything. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But here's a way you get around it. Is you create a proprietary plug that is cheaper than theirs and a proprietary plug mouse that is cheaper than theirs, and then the Army buys both of them from you and plugs them into a Raytheon system. Big brain moves. 5 trailers, 6 trackers, 8 LMTVs, and 3 superheads. Jesus! You were an 88 series, I think. All followed me to the res unit. My only answer to why I was the last one to sign for them, and my commander had to sign for them from me. What's crazy is, I mean, my hand receipt when I was overseas, was, for those of you who don't know, a hand receipt in the Army is just them saying, "Here, this is yours. Sign this paper. If you lose it, you have to pay for it." And it's not, most of the time it's like simple shit, like, hey, here's a computer. Here's your gear, right? And, and stuff like that. But like me, I had to sign for a Patriot system. By the way, our database that we used to make those only has 9 digits. So instead of saying $1 billion, it said 999999999, and then they had a separate one for the cost of the missiles, which was also very expensive. And I was like, I'm fucked if I lose anything, that's it. Why are the U.S. only 2 presidential candidates older than color TV? You're not wrong. I don't care about the ideology. I choose someone younger. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. Army core values. Thank you. I appreciate it, Hudson. I fucked that up. I couldn't remember. Big dog, little bed. Yeah, if it fits, the Nox sits. Can you refuse to sign? Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, but then they'll want to know why. Because I'm scared of losing the shit. Are you not a leader? Are you not in charge? They'll fire you for that shit. It's really stupid. Oh, 88 Mike? Yep. 88 Mike is a truck driver. Yes. I know. Yeah. There you go. I just caught up. My best was 10 million. Whew. I shit you not. For those of you who are not in the military, right? Signing for equipment is a huge deal. Commanders, people think a commander is like they're the person in charge on the battlefield. No, they're the one who signed for literally everything in the unit. Literally everything. And then what they do is they sub-hand receipt it. So the commander signed for all that shit. And then he goes, hey, Sergeant Long, sign for this. All right, fuck it. I use it every day. Might as well sign for it, right? But here's the crazy thing. I saw a commander one time who was not doing her inventories correctly. And when they got back from Turkey, she had a $300,000 flipple. I don't remember exactly what flipple stands for, but it pretty much means you lost the shit and now you have to pay for it. And hers was $300,000. Needless to say, she's not a commander anymore. But yeah, that's the biggest I've ever seen. The biggest flipple I ever saw was $300,000. Why is the Russia character so egotistical? I tried to make it as realistic as I could. I try and mirror it off of the president, but I can't really say that because I don't mirror my American character off the president. I mirror my American character kind of off of the way Americans feel. That's, so, financial liability investigation and property loss. Hudson, you were a 92 something, weren't you? You were a 92 something. 92. No. Golf is a cook, I think. Fox is a fueler. Whiskey? Yankee. 92 Yankee. You were a 92 Yankee. Supply. Whatever supply is. If the fact that you know Flipple off the top of your head tells me you were supply. HLC, create a full auto 777. Who hurt you, Robin? Robin St. Pierre. You just know some shit. 92 Yankee. There it is. Thank you. Hudson beat me to it because I suck at spelling. You were signed for a lot of stuff. Super hets, trailers. I would love to drive a het. I mean, I've not heard anything good about them, but I've never driven one. I've driven Hemmets, and I like Hemmets when they're bobtail. Not when they're carrying shit. PLSs. For those who don't know, PLS stands for Palletized Loading System. It is a 10 by 10 fucking Hemmet, excuse me. The front two axles, 4 wheels turn on the front, and on that one, the 2 back ones turn a little bit too. Uh-oh, Rob, you're trying to summon you-know-who. Mrs. HLC want back in the Discord, let me know. Oh, I'll get her in. I try. I just joined the stream, probably missed some things. Have you heard or said anything regarding the Japanese Navy? Ooh. Also, the nuts. Chauncey. That is on my list of things to add to a video. I haven't brought it up. I have not brought it up. But for those of you who are unaware, I may not be able to fit everything into the jokes that I make. But very recently, the Japanese Navy, on top of some of the other shit that they're doing, went into Chinese territorial waters. Hold on. After they were warned several times to turn back 12 miles out, and instead of turning back, they sped up. Japan got their balls from somewhere. I don't know where, but like that is the most gangster shit. Like, oh, you want me to leave? Fuck you. Like that's what Japan did, and I love every bit of that. Communism. God, I can't even say it 3 times because put the rear naked choke. You watched a dude lose 2 toes from one of those? Oh shit. Glory to the standardized shipping. So an admiral has to sign for a carrier. Yes. Absolutely. If they are the admiral of that carrier, they sign for everything on that carrier. I guarantee. I'm not even in the Navy, but I guarantee when one commander leaves the carrier and another one shows up to the carrier, they do like a change of command ceremony. But for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks beforehand, every person in every shop who is signed for anything from that outgoing commander has to lay everything out so that incoming commander can visually check every wrench, every screwdriver, every fucking nut and bolt, every serial numbered engine, computer, everything has to be laid out. And he has to verify every single piece of it. So yes, absolutely. Fat Kim's back up. Army seem to be rusty at the moment. Are they? I can't wait to start. Like, is it fucked up that I'm like looking forward to seeing North Korean troops in Ukraine? Just like, let's see what they got. How would you lose a fucking carrier though? Look, with the power of an officer, magical things can happen. Look out, Sino-Japanese War Part 3 coming. Look, as long as they don't do anything that might rhyme with the schmape of Nanking, I think we're going to be fine. Navy doesn't do layouts for change of... What? You're fucking with me. You're really fucking with me. I got to call my sister in the Navy. And I got to call my brother who's retired. Are you messing with me, Mark? Like, that hurts me. On an emotional level. You know how many times I've laid out Patriot equipment? Like every month I'm laying out Patriot equipment. Hello all. I'm not saying your name, my guy, your first name. I'm not saying that. Marine Corps lost an F-35? When? Oh, yeah, the one. Work smart, not hard. Can't spell lost. How you lose a carrier? Argue with a lighthouse. That's fair. Hey, Lieutenant, see that mountain? Yes, General. I don't want to. Hey, kids, see the felon? Yeah, you finally get some meat.
You open those hangar doors and everybody's gonna eat well.
There we go. Navy doesn't do that? You guys are fucking with me. Like, no, hold on. You guys are really, hold on. No, I'm texting my sister right now. You guys are fucking with me. You have to be fucking with me. Where is my sister? I'm texting her. I absolutely right now. I just texted her in all caps. You don't lay out equipment when a new skipper takes over? Dude, you... You're a split brancher, Navy, first in Army? Who hurt you, Mark? Oh my god, dude. Like that... How about the AMU has whooped the USMC 16 in the last 18 years? Really? Yeah, like, I still don't believe it. I'm going to be looking at... You guys have no idea how much this is affecting me on an emotional level right now. You have no idea what is happening to me. The fact that the Navy doesn't do... Mrs. Linecrosser, can you bring me or come grab my cup and get me some more booze? I need it right now. No pilot in USMC reaches the fleet as an LT. Really? Well, I guess the only experience I have with a Marine Corps pilot, I didn't know he was a pilot. Because, by the way, Marines, you guys take, and it's not my job, but I'm going to do it anyways, to a whole other level. Like, on a whole other level. I was in a G3. For those of you who don't know, G3 is operations at a general officer level. It was the worst experience of my fucking life, by the way. But I was in a G3 doing fucking task and purpose and task words and fucking helping out with op orders and briefing slideshow. It was the dumbest shit. No, pending any questions, hit a spacebar to the next fucking slide. It was stupid. Anyways, the Marine Corps shows up, the Marine Expeditionary Unit, the 26 Mu, and they showed up, and this captain walks up, or 03. For us as captain, I think is that captain in the Marine Corps? Anyways, 2 railroad tracks, and he's like, hey, I'm taking over your job, just show me what you do and how it works. And I was like, oh yeah, here you go, sir, blah, blah, blah. Thinking he's an admin Marine. After talking to this dude, he's a fucking Cobra pilot. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm just going to work in G3. Like, I would be telling the Marine Corps to do some things that I'm not going to get away with here on YouTube. Bro, Air Force doesn't lay out gear? It's hot. Okay? Like, you guys have no idea. Do Marines lay out gear? I don't believe any of y'all fuckers. No, I don't believe no. No, Navy doesn't do layouts for everything. Ships are complex. Also a pissed off petty officer. Paint for sale sign on the side of the carrier. I mean, that would be fucking funny. It's so wild that you guys don't do that. Dude, that's so nuts. Why does slow-mo keep changing? I think it keeps turning on or off. I don't know. World collapsing. It is. USMC laid out gear. Okay. Why do sailors have name tapes above their pockets? Mr. HLC, do you think the cruise missile attack on the hospital in Kyiv was deliberate or miscalculated? Oh, that's actually a great question. Thus far, Mrs. Linecrosser. Hold on. I just almost pulled out my fucking computer. Oh, you're swapping? Hang on, I'll hand you my old one. Oh man, that woman is amazing. You know they've all seen you recently in the
I know, but I took a bath and I didn't have a bra.
Okay, that's fair. Love you. She's like, I know, but I took a bath and I don't have a bra. That's fine. Oh man. So, what I genuinely believe it was an absolute. So Russia is out of very accurate munitions. Now, I'm not saying a cruise missile is not an accurate munition, but I genuinely believe that they targeted that hospital with that specific munition because they wanted it to look like Crimea. So Crimea, right? They're saying that it was. They're saying that Ukraine targeted Crimea and the United States, right? Ukraine is saying that it was a downed air defense missile, and an air defense missile had hit it, and they both fell. So what's the best way to combat that? Make the exact same situation. So if this had been completely different, like in a different timeline, I'd have been like, well, that's probably just a miscalculation on Russia's side. But because it happened so closely after the Crimea thing, that tells me it was calculated, at least in my opinion. What is going on? B Carver Mobile? I don't know. Yes, zero is the same thing in the USMC. Bro, it is nuts, man. I hate it so much. No expect for box. What? Hey, HLC, can stop in for a bit. Big exams tomorrow. Hey, man, you're going to crush those exams tomorrow, Adam. You fucking got this shit. But did you see the Falcon 9 failure earlier? I saw the drone getting hit with the flying fish, but I've not seen the Falcon 9 yet. Oh, man. I'm playing with the slow mode to find the right balance so HLC can keep up. No, it's because I get lost on tangents, man. How many mods are in the stream? I think Phoenix, Weapons, Wolfram, Katie, and Grim. So, 5? Like, there's only 2 that are missing right now. Like, Teal is not in here, and Kozak is not in here. Oh, 3. And Scoob is not in here. Yeah. Let's go. Stage 2 had a fuel leak. Really? Grandpa Buff not enough to handle.
Grandpa Buff can take care of whatever he needs to. You kids just go ahead and mind your damn business.
That is the voice that comes the most naturally to me now. I use it so often that I can just snap right into it
Anytime that I want to, right in the middle of a conversation, and I just kind of push the lower lip up a little bit, and that's how I talk, and just kind of enunciate a little bit more. And then when I say things like that, you got to really enunciate the that.
That's how you do it. Nobody touches Doc the Kid. Nobody. Hey, kid. Next meat on your menu is the ADF-01. How much you betting Falcon Downs the Kid? My whole career's worth sour. What? Hold on. ADF-01. Oh, I don't even know what that is. You guys are going to have me... Oh, it's a... I think it's from... it's not a real aircraft, but yeah. Would you intercept me?
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Sorry, I don't know why I laughed. I was reading. Star Shield would be the shit. Love you. I love you, Juanito. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. It's from a game, yes. Should I bring the F-22 into the stream? Yes or no? Absolutely. Your name is Grandpa Buff?
Hey, what's the big idea over there? Only one of us can be Grandpa Buff. It's okay.
Somebody was in here last week, and their name was literally HLC's FBI agent. And I have never felt so loved and seen in my entire life. Second stage had a possible valve problem on this, but the Falcon 9 booster landed on the drone ship. Okay. So it didn't work, but it did? HLC info on the Falcon 9 in the smoke. Oh, I'm not popping in the smoke pit right this second, man. I have been up since around 4. I was setting up a PT test for the Drill Sergeant of the Year competition at 4:45. And then we started the test at 5:15. So, and it is 8:03 p.m. here. 20:03. I don't know. I need to just look into it. I'm sure it'll pop up. I'm just going to write Falcon 9 in my notes because tomorrow, once I've slept for like 15 hours, yeah. I think my messages keep getting taken down. Chris, there might be some moderated words. U.S. plane names usually suck. Some. Okay. Suck is kind of arbitrary. Like, I think Eagle is a cool name. I think Falcon or Viper is a cool fucking name. But, like, when you compare it to the Mighty One from the Israelis, that's a pretty badass fucking name. Or Hussars, the Polish F-35s, that's pretty nuts. I got Falcon 9 written down. Was High there? Who? Josar High? What? Who? What? How did you do? Game I miss playing. Oh, that's a great question. Oh, I missed it recently, and it's because I can't find it on the Steam store, and I have to buy an old copy of it. Is Emperor Battle for Dune? It's a fun game. It's an old computer game. If Ukraine attacked those previously untouched Russian airfields with Western weapons, how big of an impact would be in the war? Well, so airfields. Airfields have a very large strategic impact for multiple reasons. One, airfields are logistics hubs. You can fly in a lot of equipment. You can store personnel there. Airfields are incredibly strategically important assets, which is why most American air bases have at least one Patriot unit co-located with them. Secondly, what you force the enemy to do at that point in time is fly further distances to drop their payload, which number one reduces the area into the zone that they can travel unless they have airborne refueling like America does. I don't know if Russia has airborne refueling. So that you reduce their strike range. So that is again a strategic objective there. Thirdly, because you reduce their strike range, they are now exposed for longer periods of time to anti-air and air defense assets. So realistically, hitting airfields is hugely important, which is why Russia and Ukraine have both been doing it a lot. Does that make sense? My favorite piece of military hardware. Great question. I love that. Hold on. Favorite piece of military hardware. Are we talking like a weapon, a vehicle? Okay, I guess I'd probably go down the line. Personal equipment, gonna be the smoking jacket. You can buy those on Bradley Surplus, not sponsored. You can buy them for like $25. So if you're an old army guy and you don't have your smoker's jacket anymore, Bradley Surplus online, they're like $25. Yes, that's where I bought mine. And I just tell people that it's still issued, because fuck them. When it comes to weapon, I loved my M14. There were some quirks about it, but I loved it. Now, if we're talking like belt-fed weapons, 240 all day. And people are like, well, what about the 50? 50 is not as mobile as the 240, and the SAW doesn't wake the enemy up like the 240. Like the 240 is it's a very niche thing. Like when you're in a firefight, people are shooting, and then you hear that 240 just whop, 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 and you're in a dismounted patrol. The whole like feel of the firefight changes, man. Yeah. Okay, hold on. There was something. What am I drinking? I'm drinking rum and Coke. Michael's question. Mrs. Linecrosser sent me. I just saw it. Hold on. I want to read it again. I saw it for a split second. Mrs. Linecrosser's on top of everything because that's the way she is. All right. Michael goes, excuse me, I'm going to sign a 4-year contract as 11 Bravo. After Army service, I'm going to go to Ukraine. Do you have any possible advice for me when I go over there? War is awful. It's probably the most awful thing that I can absolutely imagine. Now, some people say, like, well, sexual assault is awful, and I genuinely believe that war is worse. It is the absolute worst of humanity. Nobody who has seen war is unchanged by it. Whether you are a non-combatant or a combatant, whether you get wounded or you don't get wounded, everybody gets changed from war. What I will tell you is the easiest things, what you need to focus on, number one is your training. Listen to the people around you, especially the ones who have been there. Number two, learn as much as you possibly can. And number three, rely on your training and duck when you need to. I guess that's the best way that I can break down for you, man. No, he said that, so Legacy, he said he was going to be in 11 Bravo for 4 years before he went over there. So I understand that. I saw the Mighty 1 and F-35s are beautiful machines. The booster in the first stage, second stage gets payload to the right perigee. So they get pulled down into the atmosphere. Second stage gets it into semi-orbit. It's the basics of it. Yes. Because High and Jocko for president. Make presidential candidates go through PT test before being sworn into office. Yeah, no. Can you imagine that? Like, both of our guys get, what doesn't matter whoever gets voted in and be like, all right, you're going to take a PT test and 6 o'clock news. The president died today when he had a heart attack during the 2-mile run. Like, that's it, man. Have you heard about tourists in Crimean Beach being attacked by bullets a while ago? I did not hear about the bullets, Haven Lady. I did hear about I genuinely, just from what I saw there, the spread didn't look right. The explosions didn't look right. Was it a cluster munition that hit Crimea? Yes. But it didn't impact the way American cluster munitions work, like ATACMs with APAM inside, which is anti-personnel or anti-material. HLC, any word on the new Super Raptors we're bringing? I don't know. I would love to see them get out there and work. Did you see the article about Ukraine Polish volunteers being formed in Poland? Really? The Polish just want to fight. I'm able to hit the retire button, but they changed HYT. I have no clue. Want to be, when I grow up, ideas. I say that if you're at the position and the financial stability to hit that retire button, do what makes you happy. If you do what you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. Hold on, I'm trying to catch back up here. HLC, would you play D&D? I have played D&D before. I'm not very good at it. I just kind of make things up. What is a smoker's jacket? Great question. Smoker's jacket is a small jacket that you wear inside of your normal top. It has open armpits. I don't know why they have open armpits. They just do. And it's got like 3 buttons on the front that just button it closed. And it's made of the same material a whoopee is. If you're a Marine, you call it a poncho liner, but I think you get to call it that after you like put 3 or more wieners in your mouth at the same time. But in the Army, we call it a whoopee. Sorry, Marines. It's a whoopee because you whoopee fucked without it, okay? That thing is incredibly important. And yeah, that's what it's made out of. Hercules makes sense. I like Hercules. Wish me luck tomorrow flying out to Poland after Monday. Couldn't wait any longer. Likely won't be able to leave this time. Hey, man, Roto, you take care of yourself out there in Poland. I know our Polish allies are, they're good people, man. So you take care of yourself and keep your head down. And yeah, what rum? This is just a white coconut rum and Coke Zero. Mrs. Linecrosser, I got his question. You're drinking Bullet Bourbon? He ain't going to Ukraine. I teach their own. Ocean Spray, Cranberry Mango. I'm drinking Modelo. It's Modelo time, fool! And they had downer when I send this in response to Habs drink. Not to drink up, man. Don't, drink responsibly, of course. Make yourself go, get yourself home safely. Or if you are home, drink till you don't have pants. I don't want to fight you over your hot tea. What? Oh, I just inhaled it. I don't know if you guys know this, but rum and Coke Zero, they're not very easy to breathe. They're not good for the lungs. Oh, I'm sure Russia's glad for the distraction of what's going on in Gaza. Yeah, less pressure on them if everybody's too busy condemning Israel. It's a really weird position to be in, at least for me. Some people have drawn parallels, like, well, what Russia's doing to Ukraine, Israel's also doing to Palestine, and not really. Like, some things, yeah, Israel's being very heavy-handed. But when you look at the propaganda coming from Hamas, they're literally rigging civilian infrastructure to blow up on Israelis. I'd level the buildings too. But also, Hamas started it. The only people, like, between Israel and Palestine, the only people that the only people I genuinely feel bad for are the innocent Palestinians. The ones who are innocent. The ones who know nothing about who Hamas is, where Hamas is, the ones who are being oppressed by Hamas and treated like shit by Hamas, who now also have to deal with the IDF invading. Those are the ones that I absolutely feel bad for. And of course, the Israelis, who were victims. Do I like stuffed crust pizza? No, too much cheese. There is a proper, I don't care who you are, there is a proper cheese to sauce to fucking dough ratio. And the dough is like, a slice of pizza should be 40% dough. Fight me. I don't care. It should be puffy. I don't do that thin Sicilian fucking like eating pizza on a cracker. I don't do that. I like a nice dough. Yeah. What's the Buffs kids and the F-35's favorite fat electrician story?
Well, I like when he talked about Operation Linebacker too. See, that was when I and a bunch of other B-52s went into North Vietnam, and the North Vietnamese thought, oh yeah, we can do whatever the hell we want. We bombed them motherfuckers straight into submission. They were like, we're not going to sign your fucking treaty. The war continues. And I showed up and I was like, okay, I'm just tickled pink to hear you say that shit. And then guess what? 2 days later, they got on the phone and they're like, okay, let's talk about this treaty again.
Yeah, that's I know you're coming to the end of the stream, but you have super chats. I know, Mrs. Linecrosser. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. Try to stay in the Army, but they medboarded me. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. By the way, the bear suits are great. In the right conditions, the bear suits are good. Yeah, I tell you guys where I'm... tell guys that we're not in combat zone feel lucky. Yeah, it's a weird thing when it comes to combat. Like a lot of my soldiers in air defense, they wish they had a lot of my combat experience from Afghanistan. And it's a weird feeling. Because, like... I wouldn't trade those experiences for the world because, like, yes, it's a great it's a life-changing experience, but at the same time, I would never want to impart what I've been through on my guys and on people that I care about. Like, I want to hold on to those because those are my memories. Like, it's in a weird way you cherish them, but at the same time, you're also like protecting others from seeing them, if that makes sense. I'm at home HLC. They accept my Discord. Hey, accept my Discord invite. I'd be glad to provide any insights. I legally can for your content. Hold on. You haven't, dude. I don't ever check it unless I ask someone to send me a Discord invite. I almost never check like my requests. I will look into it. Just make sure you put your name in there. Like, hey, I was the one who said this because I forget, dude. I'm so bad. I'm very tired right now. Open on essay by soldier cases in Kenya and Okinawa. Oh, I heard about the one in Okinawa. I did not hear about the one in Kenya. I think that it's important to realize that. How do I word this? And this is like when it comes, SA is obviously sexual assault. When it comes to things like that, it's very difficult to speak about them because so many people become emotionally invested in them. And we need to look at things logically before we look at them emotionally. Do I agree that sexual assault is absolutely abhorrent and wrong? 100%. That being said, I think that the military in general, right? When people are like, well, the military is supposed to be better. If someone walks into a recruiting station and I go, hey, are you a person who rhymes with, do you do things that rhyme with grape? And they're like, no, that's not me. They could be lying straight through their teeth. Like, how do you vet that? How do you get through those pieces of information? But the military in general is a direct reflection of the demographic that volunteers or is conscripted into that military. So I don't think this is a strictly military problem. I think that this is also just kind of a human problem. But I also think that we're making the right strides to make these changes in the world because, people are like, well, we have more reports now. I look at that because I like data. I look at that in a positive light, which means that these things have always been happening, but more people are comfortable with coming forward. That being said, our forensics has continued to get better. People need to also understand that there is a huge gray area between didn't do anything and actually did it. Sometimes it's somewhere in the middle and there's either enough evidence to prosecute somebody or that happened. We know it happened, but there's not enough evidence to prosecute somebody. So people need to understand that as well. C-17 crew got a killjoy and a running riot all in the same time. Oh, God. Yes. Ammo vending machines, about time. Finally, something I can get behind. All right, I got to get caught up here because we're starting to get towards the end. No. Actually, we did. I think I did get caught up a little bit. Have I heard about the Trench Crusade? I have not. Can't say what they want about names, but we have the USS Kidd. Only ship in the water that can legally fly the Skull and Bones. Yes, the USS Kidd. I remember reading about that a while ago. I don't remember anything, all the details. Mrs. HLC, what'd she say? Oozle Finch is still on the wall. Yeah, right there. Oh, you guys can't see it. And it's nailed to the wall, so I can't pull it down. It's right over there. The military is government. The government is almost always corrupt. I would argue, Katie, that I wouldn't say the military is corrupt. I would say that at some of the higher levels, you have people who are strictly trying to work and get themselves a job once they're out of the military. So some would view that as self-serving interest, which could be considered corruption. But I will tell you that the vast majority of people, like probably 70%, I would say, of people in the military are just dumb as shit. And I'm not trying to insult our military. You go to any unit in the military, at least in the Army. I can't speak for the Navy because I thought the Navy laid out equipment too. I guess I don't know nothing. You go to any Army unit and you shit your pants. Gross. I can taste it, bro. Fuck. I was mid-conversation. Oh my God. Anyways, you go to any military unit and there's like 7 motherfuckers in that unit who are just carrying that entire thing. There's like 7 dudes. And if you don't know that you're one of the 7, you're not. Sorry. Like the 7 know who they are. You go to any battery in the military, you're like, yep, battery or company, there's like 7 dudes who are just driving that shit. You hear a Texas judge ruled a ban on distillation. I did see that. He ruled it was unconstitutional. Because Americans should be able... I mean, is it safe? No, but neither is smoking. If Americans want to smoke, let them fucking smoke. If Americans want to drink, let them drink. When it starts affecting other people is when I personally have a problem. If you want to make moonshine, make all you fucking want. Distributing's always been illegal because it's not regulated by the FDA. The FDA is their own fucking problem. But, you want to drink? Get drunk to your heart's content. You're not hurting anybody but yourself. When you get behind the wheel, that's when I start having a problem. See? New York pizza is the best pizza. I do love New York pizza, like the ratio of crust to sauce to cheese and everything, but I've never had a real slice of New York style pizza. Dude, it was bad. Dude, it was so bad from that damn dog. Opinions on USA thinking that they're better than they are at soccer. Okay, Edgardo. Here's the thing. I'm going to say it with a straight face just because I have to do this for my Americans in here. Because somebody's going to clip this shit. Listen here, Edgardo, when you're talking about Americans at soccer. Just realize everything that everybody else in the world has ever won is because Americans haven't decided it was important. Le Mans, when we decided it was important, we won. Fucking hockey, when we decided it was important, we won. The rest of the world hasn't picked up American football yet. Trust me. As soon as you decide it's important, we're going to whoop that ass. All right? When America decides that soccer is important, we're going to crush it. As soon as a soccer starts making Americans a lot of money, we're going to fucking annihilate. No, I have no idea. Honestly, I know soccer is the sport around the world. It is the world's biggest moneymaker. I don't know why Americans never really picked it up. It's not really our thing. Here's something positive. I love positive. I don't know why my nose just keeps on running. Here's something positive. Just finished a 33,000 kilometer road trip. Holy shit. Looping mainland Australia in 4 months. 100 museums, bro. I'm super jealous, Spino. Like that is awesome. You're living my life. It was awesome. If you want pics, check Chronosaurus Kev. Is that your like YouTube or something, man? Or you in the Discord or something? I absolutely want to see that shit. 33,000 kilometers, bro. That's crazy. I must try New York style. I do want it. You ever had upside down pizza? I have never had upside down pizza. Pizza Time St. Augustine was the best pizza I ever had, hands down. So my Mrs. Linecrosser said that what was it called? Untouchables Pizza in Tampa, Florida, was the best pizza she'd ever had. Was it good? Yes. I will say that it's good, but I would not, under any stretch of the imagination, say that it is the best I've ever had. Right now, for me, the best I've ever had is Valley Pizza in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I will hands down say that. Dude, cricket. Yeah, Americans never picked up cricket. Like that just I try. So when I was in UAE, Afghanistan, they had a cricket. Is it a pitch? I don't know, field, whatever, in the middle of the boardwalk. And right next to it was a roller hockey rink, and it was always the Canadians and the Germans over playing fucking hockey. I guess Germans like hockey too. I don't know. But then there was like the a couple other countries. I want to say France, but I don't think it was the French. But anyways, they were playing cricket. And a friend of mine was from like Guyana, and he was watching cricket, and he was trying to explain it to me. And that game is so unbelievably fucking confusing. That is a very confusing sport. Cricket. First time catching you live, new viewer. Anyway, I'm always bugged out by zombie apocalypse stuff. It's because it's where's the U.S. military? Again, like for me, the hardest part about like a zombie apocalypse would be pretending I'm not excited. Chicago pizza from Uno's Best in the World. Are we talking Chicago deep dish? Because I'm going to be totally honest with you. Chicago deep dish is lasagna with crust. Okay, I said it. I said it. All right, I'm sorry. Is it good? Yeah, it's fucking delicious, but it's lasagna. It's not pizza. That Fox dude is in chat. Oh, who Fox? Fox? What? Part-time Americans at cricket? That's fair. What did he do? Who did what? The USA may win in hockey to a large extent, but that's because our teams have. Yeah, that's fair. We this is the thing. America, when we decide something's important, we buy the best. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. If you're a good Olympian, you're not going to represent your country. We're going to be like, hey, you want to come to America and get a great life? And you can be an Olympian for America? Like, we do that shit all the time, man. Have you ever seen some of the names, like, in American hockey? It's all Canadians and Russians. That's literally like 80% of American hockey is just Canadians and Russians. Hold on. Try black currant dilute in your rum. Look up for hurling. Figure that sport. Oh, you talking about curling, or is hurling something different? Hold on. I got a couple things to look up here. Black currant dilute. You know what I'm going to do? Have you guys ever had them before? Downstairs on my counter right now, I have chocolate churro turtle chips. If you've never had turtle chips, go find your nearest Korean or Asian convenience store and ask them, where are the turtle chips? Thank me later. They are delicious. They make them in several, like dozens of flavors. Go get yourself some turtle chips. All right. Embrace the hate. On my analysis of Chicago deep dish. Let's talk barbecue. KC is king. I've never had Kansas City barbecue. I'll be honest with you. I've never had it. But I will tell you, some of the best barbecue I've ever had is fucking New Mexico, man. Like, I love food. I'm a big-time foodie. I'm not really much of a drinker anymore. I'm a big-time foodie. Me and Mrs. Linecross are both. So for us, we're always looking for new like foods to try, places to eat, who has it better. And just in New Mexico, the standard of food is just so much higher than anywhere I've ever been. And I didn't even realize it, right? I used to think food here in Lawton, Oklahoma was great. I thought it was fucking wonderful. I moved to Las Cruces. I didn't even know my taste buds changed. I told Mrs. Linecross, I was like, yeah, the food in Oklahoma is fucking great. We came back here, it's awful. Everything is awful. So, if you come to Massachusetts, just get seafood. I do. East Coast, I fuck with seafood. I had my, you guys are going to laugh at me. I had my first crab cake when I was down there in Tampa. Never had a crab cake before. So Mrs. Linecrosser is introducing me to a lot of new like types of foods and things like that. I had my first crab cake. I also like desserts. I've tried flan recently. I've tried creme brulee recently. That one's pretty good. I've tried, I'm going to say it with my best accent I can. Tres leches. Bro, if you've never had tres leches, oh my God. Oh my Lanta. Go get yourself. Tres leches means 3 milks, and it is delicious. Phenomenal. 3 milks is because it's made with 3 milks. It's like cow, goose, and goat milk. I'm just kidding. It's regular milk, condensed milk, and I don't know, it's another type of milk. But it's a piece of cake that is literally oozing milk out of it. And it is, oh my God, it is a close tie. It is a close tie for my favorite dessert. My favorite dessert, hands down, is pumpkin pie, but it is a close tie right there. Like it is very much there. Ooh, dulce de leche, that one's also good. Chronosaurus Kev is where I posted videos over on the Tiki. Oh, okay. It's a plushie explaining what it's seeing. Chronosaurus Kev. Let me write that down. I can't guarantee I'll see it right away. All right. Especially Aussie natural history. I do want to go see some things in Australia. Okay. I want to see like the touristy shit. Like as much as I want to experience Australia. No, I'm good. Y'all got too much bad shit. Like you guys, oh look at right there. It's a little bitty huntsman spider. We'll just go ahead and grab him all down. Like fucking spiders. And you're like, no, he's not gonna hurt you. Hey, come here, mate. And no. Are you fucking high? Australians made a tank in World War II. Oh yeah, they made a lot of different shit. You ever had rice pudding? Rice pudding is fire. Apple pie is better. I will take your apple pie, and I will raise you an apple brown Betty. That what is that? That crust made out of like brown sugar and shit. Ooh. Oh, evaporated milk. Thank you. That was the third milk I couldn't remember. Caleb Francis would love tres leches. I told him about it. I was on their podcast a while ago. Him and JT's podcast, The Time for Pie. And I told him about it while I was on there. And I think he's had it before. Strawberry rhubarb pie. Now them's fighting words. Growing up as a kid, we had rhubarb in our backyard. My mom planted rhubarb, and it was the only thing in Colorado that grew back every single year. And she would eat rhubarb, and my siblings would eat rhubarb, and she'd make rhubarb pie, and I think rhubarb is gross. I'm sorry. It's just like when someone's like, oh, I like sweet potato pie. It tastes just like pumpkin pie. No, the fuck it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because the first time I had sweet potato pie, somebody said, it tastes just like pumpkin pie. I took one bite, and I knew they were a liar. Don't ever tell somebody that who loves pumpkin pie. Somebody said, when am I coming to Montana? Hopefully never. So, and here's why never. 2006, 2007? I think it was 2006. My dad and I was working with him, and I would help him pull equipment. This is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll do the super chat, and like that's it, guys. We're gonna have to stop. So I'll tell you this story. We had to go pick up a couple of trucks. My dad had a Freightliner with a Landau 660B, which is a dead or alive trailer. You could suck the axles forward, set the ass end down, and like pull trucks up onto it. Some guy called us up to Billings, Montana, to go pick up 2 bobtail yard haulers. We get there, by the way, they were not bobtail yard haulers. They were full-size semis, which made us immediately over height and over width and overweight. All of which we had without permits. So my dad decided, fuck it, we're going to ride dirty. Bad idea. We hit the Montana port of entry, leaving the fucking state. And we get hit with like 9 tickets back to back to back. Like they were hitting us for a marker light on the side of the truck out, right? And then it started to snow. And that blizzard, it was a blizzard, like a straight up blizzard. Every time we stopped to try and sleep or rest, it caught right back up to us. And we got chased by a blizzard my only time visiting Montana. It chased us from Billings, Montana to Denver, Colorado. Every time we stopped, that fucking thing caught back up to us. I don't know if I'll ever go to Montana, man. Fuck that. All right, there was 2 more super chats I need to go over. If you want to see a very interesting Aussie spider, check out the assassin spider. I've probably seen it before because I watch a lot of nature shows. One thing I hope for is to see the raptor on the show. You and me both. I just don't know how I would go with the character. Roses are red, raptors are 22 if you try to...
Roses are red, raptors are 22. If you try to hide it, I'll find you.
HLC being chased by General Winter confirmed. Yeah, no, it was the most awful experience, man. Like it was... I've been to the Marlboro Cigarette Ranch when I was 20. It was crazy. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and hit that switch. So there we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had a great time. You know, share if you want to. Get in the Discord. Share what is going on in your life. We will always build you up in the same way you guys always build me up. So I absolutely love that. I will see you guys here every Friday at around 18:30 Central Time. Unless, of course, I'll let you know ahead of time if I'm not going to make it. So as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. If you would like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com. Get yourself some merch and maybe buy me a beer or whatever, or send Knox through Charms through. Knox, you want to say goodbye? Speak. Speak. Okay. He will see you guys later. You want to hop up? Say bye-bye? Come on. Come here. Say bye-bye. Happy birthday, Knox. See you guys.